What do they want? What are they looking for?
What's up YouTube, and welcome back to Flying Dutchman videos, and welcome back to my Tomb Raider reboot, or Tomb Raider, whatever you want, let's play. This is part 4, and in this fight this part we'll be taking the fight to the enemy. First things first, we need to get out of this village and up the mountain to place Sloth's radio beacon at the local radio tower in order to get a broadcast signal out, so we might be able to get rescued. Obviously this wouldn't be a Tomb Raider game if there weren't a lot of bad guys in the way. We'll get to that when we actually get out of this village. But yeah, as the survival vision showed, you need to make use of these porous rock formations in order to climb with your pry-axe, your improved pry-axe, to get out of the village and up the mountain. Basically we'll be charting the stream of this waterfall in order to get up. That's pretty simple so far. As you can see, that's the torch, the hanging torch I was talking about last video. I don't have a clue yet as how to make that move to the net, but if you do have one, please leave me a comment or drop me a message, because I might do some videos explaining how to get collectibles in certain areas. So just follow these porous rock patches and you get up, no problem. I was digging around here a bit, I shouldn't have done that. This is much quicker. You can also get up here, just to use the front end of the plane, sling across here. Take a bit of a run and then just take the leap, and you'll be able to climb to the same plateau using these steps as well. Now up here, like I mentioned before, is a secret tomb which we couldn't climb up to previously, but we can now because we have the improved pry-axe. As you'll see in a bit, just hook up and it's a short climb up. What this will do is at the end of this tomb we'll get a treasure map for the entire area down below, so that's all the collectibles and stuff. Spooky remains everywhere. It's very dark in here, so don't forget to take the torch with you. I thought there might have been something down here, but there's not, sadly. It's not an Elder Scrolls-esque cabin, that's for sure. So if you're coming here for the first time, just battle through this. There's nothing really to see here except the skulls, and head on up to the secret tomb itself. Campsite if you want to use that to craft some stuff or spend some skill points. And that's really just it as far as the cave itself goes. It's no use lighting a torch because you have to pass through the waterfall as well. The point of this little puzzle here is to set fire to those body bags or whatever they are, which are torch, which makes the that platform stay up, and then you can shove this thing off and it'll stay up there, and you can actually use that to hook up to the porous rock to the side of the chamber and climb up. And that's pretty much this secret tomb. I didn't get that immediately, so I've digged around with these this puzzle for a bit. Stupidly enough, I did grab the torch, but I didn't realize you can set fire to those bags. So popping survival vision immediately will tell you that. Prevents you wasting like 30 seconds of your valuable time. As with all these little fire mechanics, you have to make sure you keep the torch to the object you want to lit on fire until the little meter fills up, otherwise it won't catch fire. So when that's done, the platform will go up again and stay there if you drop the counterweight off the ledge. So there he goes. Grab on, climb up. It might look as if you need to grab onto the upper level of the cage, but you just need to jump towards the wall and hang on with the pry axe and you'll be fine.
This may have been built in honor of her.
And that's it really,
predecessors.
because there's the chest you want to find. That's it. New skill point, a new treasure map. Take the zip line down and head on out and head back up the mountain to continue our trek towards the radio beacon. You can spend the skill point and the salvage you got at the campfire if you want to. Thing is, I don't think hunting is actually required to survive. So far what I've heard is that it gives you some XP. So it's not really required to get any food or something like that. And so far I've only like gotten to one really forested areas with deer around and things like that. We're out of the cave again. You can actually take the waterfall down if you want to, I think. Don't quote me on it because you might die, but I think that's possible. If you want to get down quickly. Getting a couple of relics here. Again, I did not do this commentary live. I recorded it after the gameplay. So, in essence, what I'm doing right now, as I'm recording this, is looking at the game in Sony Vegas and putting the commentary under it. So, like in the future, I think if I end up looking for relics and collectibles for a bit, I think I'll speed that up to prevent you guys from having to watch me like 5 minutes of me just trundling around this village. As it is, I don't spend that much time on it this time around, but still. obviously that's like 5 minutes better spent getting ahead in the game. Although the documents are like interesting from a story perspective, because they fill in a lot of blanks between like how the characters interact with each other. Like, why does the crew resent Dr. Whitman so much, and why is Lyra what she is, and why does Sam act the way she does? So shooting a bow or an arrow, shooting bow and arrow or pistol at the bag or the torch does not help. I think you just need some kind of collectible when you come back here to actually be able to do something about it. So with that, just, let's move up the mountain again. There's an attachment point for the rope arrow we'll find later. Don't know if backtrack is really worth it, but if you're interested in, if you're a completionist, it might be worth it to come back to a certain area. So this is a interesting encounter, because you might think that once these guys go inside, you can just go around and kill them stealthily, but as you'll see in a bit, that's very tricky.
Nah, let's wait out the storm. Got it! Stay alert. Let's move inside.
Totally not a cue for Lara to do some sneaky.
I need help.
So that's what happens. Like, you might think he might not spot you when you sneak around to the side, but he does, and then it's just the fight is basically on from there. That said, you can easily headshot them with pistol or bow and arrow from your position.
I have spoken to some of the villagers on the island. I was expressly forbidden to leave the palace, but this did not stop me. My duties here are clear. I must learn the truth, but the stories I uncovered defy belief. Rumors abound of the Queen's communion with the spiritual world. They say she commands the sun and the rain, that her lands are abundant by her will alone. This is certainly nonsense. But what can be the cause of such whispers? Is this how she controls her people? By engaging their primitive superstitions? I saw absolute reverence in their eyes when they spoke of her. Yet, I also sense fear. Her people are treated with fairness, taxed reasonably, and are well protected by her storm god. No wonder some of them even pray to her. It's as if she were more than just a queen to them. Spreading discontent through her people may well be a harder task than I imagined.
So we find out Queen Himiko might not have been a little shady. So there's some collectibles around this area, mostly salvage. There's a Buddha statue which you can light up the hill. I think I totally missed the collectible here. I think there's a GPS cage on the ground here, so watch out if you pass through the area, because you might find something that I missed. That's the Buddha statue. What you need to do to light this is the other side of the waterfall has a torch or the lantern, and you can light a torch there and go back and light the Buddha. You can get some salvage from the net. Seems like an odd way of doing a collectible, but why would the survivors leave bags of salvage hanging around all over the island? don't do what I just did because that won't work. You'll go back down all the way and have to climb up again. Like I said, sometimes the detection on the climbing and the interaction is a bit wonky because it won't detect and you'll just be stuck walking against an object thinking that would be something Lara should be able to climb on. Nevertheless. So again, just what we did while climbing up here is just keep following the limestone or whatever it is, and you'll be able to climb up. It's fairly easy, nothing too complicated. Just be sure you press the action key with the pickaxe in time. It also looks way more serious than it actually is. As long as you press the key in time, Lara will be easily able to jump and make it to the rock face.
Are you there?
Reyes, did you find Sam?
We're still on the
Especially
trail.
since Reyes doesn't have a
I'm
first
going to
name,
try and send an SOS from an old radio tower up here. Any tips?
so
Hey,
we make
Lara.
it that much
You're
closer
gonna
to
need
the
find
radio
a
tower.
communications console.
This is where we
It'll look like a
start
bunch
to
of old
fight.
switchboards.
Okay, I'll let you know when I find it.
Hey, wake up, we got an intruder. Come on, grab her.
Please! You don't need to do this!
Damn it. Get behind something, shooting at us.
A couple headshots. There's a brawler that comes out of here, so you might want to grab your pistol like I did. Easy fight, easy XP, easy loot. Just easy stuff all around. There's another salvage net there, which you can get by using the barrel there to light your torch. More salvage. This is the part where we get sneaky. This is the approach to
I have a bad feeling about this.
the World War II radio station that the Japanese or Axis expedition put up on the island. Cue another flashback. Told through XD cam.
I'm telling you, Reyes, it's mechanical, not an electrical problem.
Now, Alex.
This looks like it might be an electrical problem.
You think?
Oh, hello. Hey, who's this little fox, huh?
Ah, she's cute, huh? Yeah, it's Alicia.
Alicia.
It's my daughter.
Oh.
14 years old. And smarter than
Jailbait. Or not even jailbait, just straight up pedo bear.
Let's get that from her father.
Don't give him the attention. And
They should have given a pedo bear
I'll take a look
t-shirt
at this.
instead of just
Probably electrical.
stereotypical nerdy. I have a keyboard
Father.
key printed on my t-shirt.
So I was on the lock, right? Doing a spot of midnight fishing.
Hey,
I'm
Grim,
at my fishing.
time to button down the hatches.
I'd be right with you. So I was on the lock, right? And this thing comes looming at me. Looming out of the water it was. So I give it a old Glasgow kiss, you know. Gets you out of trouble 9 times out of 10, that does. Took me a
Is he
week
actually
to
saying
sign
he
it
just
off.
headbutted the
I've
Loch
not
Ness
touched a
monster?
drop since.
What?
See you dinner, Sam.
Oh no! Onboard romance! And the plot thickens.
Alright, can we take B-roll, please? Thank you.
Out of all of the
Dr.
cutscenes
James
I've seen
Whitman
so
for
far, this is like the
15,
most
take
drawn
me
out. Because
and
why
action.
do we need to see this
Now,
part
take a
about
firm grip
Whitman
and
being a
slice it
dick
down the
about
belly,
like
this.
cutting fish or whatever?
Good Lord, cut! 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 Cut!
Is he coming back?
Because we already know he's a bitch,
I'll go
so
get him.
why reinforce that?
World-renowned archaeologist.
I always talk to myself when I'm
World-renowned
stressed.
archaeologist. James Whitman. It's just a fish. It's
know
fine.
it's just a
You're gonna be
fish.
fine.
This damned reality TV business. I'm meant to be bringing culture to the people, Sam, not dinner. No offense, Jonah.
The audience demands content, Dr. Whitman. You know that. So
It's
until
like
we find the
YouTube.
Lost Kingdom, we need
needs
footage
content.
like this. Come on, let's just take it from the top, okay? We're gonna make you look like Gordon Ramsay.
content.
Dr. James Whitman, filler 15,
Yeah.
take 4.
Being compared to Gordon Ramsay, that does it.
Now take a firm grip. And then slice him down the belly.
Butter up the average archaeologist.
I've studied them so much, I can see charts on the back of my eyelids. But if I'm not right about Yamatai being in the Dragon's Triangle...
I remember when you found that one of your father's days. You ran up and showed it to me dressed in your penguin pajamas.
I was 5 years old. It was my first find.
Yeah. You've got great instincts, girl. You just have to trust them.
That's what my father used to say.
Now, there was a man that ran on instinct. For better or worse. He would have been so proud of you, Lara.
We're getting closer to the storm.
Now, whatever's coming, we'll get through it, eh?
Famous last words.
Okay, Lara. Pull yourself together. They're counting on you.
This coin probably found its way into Japanese circulation sometime in the mid-19th century.
Quite surprising what you could tell from one single coin. So, it's a little stealth sequence with a couple of enemies on the ground and a searchlight and a machine gun nest on the first floor of that building. What I didn't do, but what you can do if you want to, is kill the guy manning the searchlight. And if you, I think they might not notice just always, or if you do it right, they might not notice. But if you want to do this quickly, just take your chances and snipe the guy with the searchlight. What I did was just when the searchlight wasn't on the guys, I just headshot at them with bow and arrow, which works just as well. Just have to avoid the searchlight when you actually try to get to the building. Which is just fairly easy to do, so don't worry about it. So, like doing these baked like kill animations is a bit jarring, because as you see, this guy was working on like welding something, and when you initiate the animation, he's standing bolt right up. Like, that doesn't make any sense, because he was welding just a second before. There's another collectible up here.
An Edo period coin minted in the late 17th century. It could have come from any number of old wrecks on this island.
I think in the end this game would have benefited more from being a bit less like Uncharted, and a bit more like less summer blockbustery, and a bit more oriented towards survival. Because in the end, what you're doing is like they're basically putting a bit of psychological veneer on what is basically the same kind of gameplay we see in Uncharted. It's basically the protagonist is icing a lot of people, and like Lara displays more hand-wringing about that, but like in the end she still does it. So the game would have benefited from like less encounter with human adversaries maybe, and more survival, which would have made the actual engagements against the survivors more meaningful, I guess. Pro Molotov cocktail dropping from that guy. The AI doesn't seem to be too bright either, at least not on normal. So another loot box over here. You can't climb up on this side, you have to go back. Replenish your quiver if you need some arrows.
This bunker, World War II era.
And head up the radar dish tower.
It's freezing.
So the survivors here are trying to get their generators back up running to provide, I think maybe provide power to something in the radio tower building. But as we found out near the end, obviously, because that would have been shortening the game considerably, but the control panel for the radio is busted. So what they're actually doing in here is never entirely explained, but we can only assume.
No shit. What do they need it for? Generator, probably. For the tower. How the hell are we gonna get it up the stairs? Good question. Let's just leave it.
I think if you wasn't stupid like me and just snuck into the hallway behind those guys, you could have actually shot the barrel and maybe blown them up. As it is, I just brain them with the arrow. Stupid engagement, but there's nothing here particularly of value. So just get your loot, progress through the area. You can set these posters, red posters on the walls on fire. I'll show you in a bit. Let's get to a fire source like the petrol barrels, and light your torch and just light them on fire, and they'll get you another collectible ticker. Like so.
Glass looks weak.
So what we need to do is pop the gas valve here. Although cutscene will follow, and then what we need to do is, it seems fairly obvious, but I've seen people get this wrong. But jump back out of the gas room the way we came, and throw a lantern through the hole. They'll light the gas and make that room explode, killing the guy and allowing us to proceed like this. Because I've seen people trying to shoot the glass with bow and arrow with a pistol, or throwing the lanterns against the glass. That does not work, so don't try it. I'm not sure if you can run out of lanterns in that room prior to the gas room, but if you do, you're stuck. And this is where we find our submachine gun.
Just stay. Please.
Go to hell.
Pick up some ammo here, and another collectible.
Expedition field report.
So the axes were up to some not good here. Looking for what created these storms. Like, the more the game hints about this, the more I feel we'll be finding out exactly what's been causing the storms, or who's been causing these storms.
Excavation sites. The island is much larger than we originally anticipated, and layered with many centuries of history. The task of identifying
that's the end of this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video of my Tomb Raider Let's Play series. Later.